Hey friend, this is Jennifer, and this is the Jennifer Allwood Show, the podcast for women who want to learn how to live an intentional life or build their creative business. I'll be giving you my very best business tips, bringing you interesting guests, giving you a daily dose of Jesus, and I'm committed to always keeping it real. Grab a cup of coffee and let's dive in. I'm so honored that you're here. Hey, my friend, did you know I'm hosting my first annual business conference? I think that by saying those words, that basically means I'm signing on for another one next year. I'm not sure. But anyway, we are hosting the Equipped Women's Conference here in Kansas City. This is a conference that's focused on arming God's women to do business in God's way. This is here in my hometown of Kansas City, Missouri, and we are so excited to have you. We're going to have some incredible speakers like top podcast host Jamie Ivey of the Happy Hour podcast. We have author and coach Dr. Brian Dixon, Jenny Taylor of Jenny Does Grace for all of you that love MLMs and network marketing, and then Chastity Stemmons, who owns Homemaker and High Heels and is also my personal stylist. You are going to have an incredible 2 days filled with tons of encouragement, connections, and tangible action items for your business. And so if you need a pick-me-up in your business, if you need a pick-me-up in your faith, then this is a great event for you. I want you to grab a girlfriend and I want you to get ready to be equipped. Go to jenniferallwood.com/conference and I will see you in Kansas City in May. Well, hey friends, hope you're having an awesome week. We are doing something just a tiny bit different this week on the podcast. I'm actually going to be playing for you a Facebook Live that I did last week. And I got to just forewarn you, I got a little passionate. Now listen, I need you to understand that I am absolutely a proponent of women working hard, but I am a bigger proponent of women working smart. And I was a little fired up, quite honestly. And what I know to be true is there is an entire group of you out there who feel the same way I do in terms of just almost kind of grossed out by all the pushing and the hustling and the rhetoric that's being shoved down our throat that we have to keep pushing harder, longer, further to get what we want and to set our goals and accomplish those goals, et cetera, et cetera. Now listen, I like a good goal just as much as the next girl. All right. I thrive on goals, but listen, I got to make sure that my goals are lining up biblically. Okay. And that I'm just not working on things and working myself into sickness for my own benefit and for my own reasons. One of the things that I am really concerned about and convicted of for me personally is that in my business, I don't want to gain the whole world and lose my soul in the process. I'm trying to keep an internal perspective, first and foremost, in my mind when I'm working. I read that scripture in Ecclesiastes where it talks about when I think about everything that I did in my work, and it basically all was meaningless. It was chasing after the wind and nothing was gained under the sun. Like I think it's so important that we, as men and women, keep in mind that we're to work unto the Lord and that He's never going to ask us to put work in front of the things that He most prioritizes, which is a relationship with Him and a relationship with our families. And so I want you guys to listen to this podcast today, remembering that I have worked hard to get where I am. I am not saying to, throw the baby out with the bathwater here. I am saying to work smart. You don't have to work long, ladies. You got to work smart. You don't need to be working harder and harder and harder. You got to be working smarter so that you have time for the things that are really the most important in your life. Now, listen, some of you are going to listen to this podcast and it's going to piss you off a little. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Some of you are going to listen to this podcast and you're going to be like, yes, girl, amen. Finally, someone is saying what needs to be said. If that's you, I hope that you have already signed up for my Equipped Conference in Kansas City the first week of May. Will I see you here, my friend? You can go to jenniferallwood.com/conference and get all of the details. Get yourself a ticket, get yourself a girlfriend, and get here, would you please? This conference it's important, my friends. It's important because we are living in a time when people are falling off the rails in terms of keeping everything prioritized and in perspective. And this conference is for women who are committed to having a business that, oh, by the way, is very profitable, but that they're making sure they're keeping their relationship with the Lord and their relationship with their family at the utmost highest priority. Please come join me in Kansas City. Again, go to jenniferallwood.com/conference. And now you can hear me on the Facebook Live. Brace yourself. Bye-bye. Good morning, Facebook. Happy Tuesday morning. Why do I have a yellow dot in my eye? Look at that. Look at that action. What is that? I'll get it right on my pupil. Hang on. Right on my pupil. There. That's not a good look. Looks like I'm possessed. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. This is going to be fast. It's going to be fast because I am fired up. Oh my gosh, you guys. Literally, like, I'm either going to have to start drinking in the mornings to calm myself down. I'm joking. That's a joke. Please don't email me. Or something, because my blood pressure is through the roof again this morning. Now, many of you know, if you follow me on Instagram, I have 5 meetings with book publishers this morning. So I literally do not have time to be on Facebook. But here's what happened. I thought my first meeting was at 10. Thank God that I have really good people on my team, because I was sitting there waiting. Like, I was waiting for 10 minutes for this book publisher. And I'm like, well, this isn't a very good sign. I'm still listening to Muzak. Is that what it's called still? Like elevator music? They're not showing up. I'm feeling a little lame. I even hung up and called back in because I thought, well, maybe I called the wrong extension or something. Wouldn't be the first time something like that's happened to me. So anyhow, I was on an hour early. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Lynette. And so listen. So then I was like, okay, so I've got a little bit of time before I got to jump on with this publisher. I learned the lesson last week. I don't have to worry about my hair and how I look because I got all gussied up for a publisher last week, and it's just phone calls. Not just, but they can't see me. I was all freaking out thinking I needed to, make my bronzer look a little deeper so that they could tell I've been carb free. And I didn't need any of that business. So right now I'm in workout clothes with fuzzy slippers. See? Okay, but we got to talk, ladies. And women, if you are in agreement with the message I'm about to deliver, I'm going to need you to share this, okay? Because here's, take a deep breath, Jen, and try not to be offensive. All right, here we go. All right, you guys, I was on the book face this morning. The Insta face is what my husband calls it because he's not on social media. Social media. Facebook, Instagram. And I swear, if I see one more work hard post, I'm just going to vomit in my mouth. And here is why. You guys, working hard is not what's going to lead you to success. Working smart is what's going to lead you to success. Whatever your version of success is. Please quit falling for the lies that the world is serving you about what success looks like. Success in your house may be that your husband's able to quit his second job. Success in your house might be your family's able to go on vacation for the first time in years. Success in your house may be that you're able to finally afford to put the kiddo in soccer lessons. Okay, so first of all, how the world's defining success gets my blood pressure through the roof. Thank you for sharing. Through the roof. And then when I see all these posts about work hard, I'm like, if working hard was all it took to be successful, every farmer in America would be loaded. If working hard was all it took to be successful, every janitor in this country would be successful. If working hard was all it took, every factory worker, line worker, whatever else. It's not working hard, you guys. You're falling for the lie that you're having to do 12-hour days, 14-hour days, work on the weekends. That is baloney. That is so not God's best for us and our families. That is not, mamas, what we are supposed to be doing. You need to work smart, but not hard. Now, listen, there is this virus going around of people just on the tangent of you got to work hard, you got to keep pressing, you got to keep hustling. No, you don't. No, you don't. You need to be smart in the chunks of time that you are working, that you feel like God is blessing for your business and your life. You need to be smart in those chunks of time. What does that mean? That means don't waste your time being on everybody's Facebook and commenting on every one of their Facebook lives. That means don't get lost in a Pinterest vortex for the next hour while you're trying to actually create a pin. That means don't get so consumed with the right connections and the right people that you forget you've got that connection. Girlfriend, come on. Sorry, honey. I don't mean to be yelling. My husband just came in. I'm sorry. Hang on. Yes, breaking news?
I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, I thought you were yelling. I thought you were trying to figure out why I'm yelling.
What are you yelling about?
I don't know, but I'm on Facebook Live. What's up?
Okay. Can you bring Facebook Live out here?
Can I? Well, not really. I'm in a little, give me 1 second. I got to finish this. Okay, I love you. The vacuum's going, the dog's right there.
Vacuum's off now.
Ladies, listen. I'm very concerned about what the world is throwing to us women right now in terms of, because what so many women equate is work hard means work long. First of all, please stop that nonsense, okay? Work smart instead of working hard. When you're working all those long hours, is it really to build your business? Or are you avoiding other things? This is a valid question. I've had to ask myself this question. Is it really that you have to put in all those hours for your business to be success? Really? Or are you avoiding other things? Are you neglecting relationships that God has ordained for you? People you live with, your family, your friends, your church community. I'm not saying that that's it. I'm just asking. I think it's important at this day and age, we ask some really hard questions. And I am definitely not swinging so far on the other side that I'm telling you not to work at all, because laziness is not what God is signing you up for either. You can look all over Proverbs and see stuff about that. But I think it's quite one thing to teach your kids the value of hard work, the value of, not even hard work, but like working well, the value of doing the very best, that your work should be honoring to the Lord, whether that is sweeping floors or that's running a corporation, whatever you're doing. Do it to honor the Lord, right? So I think that's super valuable. But don't ever forget, mamas, that while you're out there working hard, okay? And the kids need to see. They need to see their parents have dreams. They need to see how God blesses their parents in the area that they're called to, not that the world is calling them to, but what God's calling them to. Okay, so that's super important. But I know for me, I'm very convicted of the fact that I can't say my family's number one. And when I ask my family, they feel number two. Okay. I feel like I got it out. All right. I had somebody tell me once, it was my friend Mike Murphy, and I wrote it down because there was a period when I was working long and I was working hard, and I had to stop that nonsense. Because if I fail as a wife and a mother, but my business is successful, who freaking cares? I don't. And Mike said to me, he said, Jennifer, I never want to be the busiest person in the graveyard. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that just hit me where it hurts. That hit me where it hurts. I'll never forget the time too. My friend Ashley was right about the same time. It was really a God thing, the way God got a hold of me. And Ashley said to me, she said, Jen, you're the busiest person I know. And I thought, there is no honor in that. There is no honor in being the busiest person that someone knows. That just felt, she gave me a gift by saying that to me. She gave me an absolute gift because I thought that is not who I want to be. That is not who I want to be. So women, I encourage you, this working nonstop crap, a lot of times that comes from a fear of what other people think of you. You're afraid to look lazy. I don't feel lazy one stinking bit. When I was in the middle of a call last night, I only do this a couple times a year where I have a call after hours with my people that I'm coaching. And when I still had people with their hands up to ask me questions last night, and I cut the call off to put my kids to bed. Don't feel guilty about that one bit. I am trying to prioritize what I feel like is biblical priority. And so a lot of times sometimes we think if we quit working as hard as we are, or take time off, or don't have a full plate, that we're going to A, look lazy, or that B, we're going to lose it all. And I think most of the time it's B. I think there's so many women afraid they're going to lose everything they've built. Listen, first of all, the world didn't build it for you. Okay. God gave that to you. Okay. God gave that to you. And he can fully help you sustain that thing when you do things in order. And you don't fall for the BS that the world is trying to feed us. So we have to keep doing more, pushing harder, hustling more. Ugh.
I love you, ladies. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this. Okay, I have my first of 5 calls with book publishers today. Wish me luck. And thank you for being here, Jory. Thanks, Susan. Appreciate you, Wendy. Appreciate you guys sharing this. Listen, I know it goes against the grain of what you might be hearing in the world today, but I think it needs to be said. And there are women that desperately need to hear, you are already enough. You are already doing quite enough. You are right where you need to be in this season of life. Don't let anybody make you feel bad that you're not pressing harder, doing more, working harder, putting in more hours, whatever. Okay. You stay honorable to that season of life that God's got you in. You stay planted where God has you currently called. I did a whole talk, if you missed it yesterday on Facebook, about I can't stand also the whole do the thing that you're scared to do. No, do the thing that you're called to do, sweetie. Do that. Do that. The whole do the thing you're scared to do, while I am all about personal growth and all that, do the thing you're called to do. Do you know how much time we waste doing things we think we're supposed to do because the world expects us to do them? I'm trying in my own life to just get really disciplined. Lord, is this what you want me to be doing? Because if not, I don't want to waste my time doing that crap. Maybe I'll get my nails done. Love you, ladies. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Marie. Bless you. See you again soon. Bye.
Hey friend, thank you so much for listening to the podcast again this week. I'm so honored that you're here and that you just listen week in and week out and that you share the Jennifer Allwood Show with your friends and family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, don't forget that you can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, or if you're an Android user, go download the Stitcher app and you can subscribe there so that you know every single week when a new episode releases. Also, if you have any time to leave us a review, these reviews are super important in getting guests for the show and sponsors for the show. And so we'd appreciate it if you have just a second to leave us a review. That would be amazing. Thank you guys again for being here. And until next week, stay creative.